Hi, Miss Diane.
Good morning, Mrs. Doherty. Hi,
Good
Tweeties and Frogs.
morning. Good morning, Tweeties and Frogs. It's a Monday morning. Are we ready for a new week?
We are ready for a new week. Whoop, whoop. So
Hey.
today we're going to be learning about ladybugs. And for your reading today, we have linked The Story of the Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle, which is one of my favorite authors. And there is also a nonfiction story about ladybugs also, so we can learn some facts.
And then kind of instead of writing today, we're going to do a little ladybug project. And it's kind of like the grouchy ladybug. So these are the papers you're going to need from your mailing packet. So this is one of them. Kind of looks like a clock. And then this is another one. Now, had we been in school, this paper would have been printed on black paper. We can't do that in the mailing, so you might need a black crayon if you want to make it look like a real ladybug, and probably a red crayon too. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out this clock part and the hands of the clock. And then I'm going to ask you to cut out all of these parts. This is the head of your ladybug, and all of these are the legs. Now, we've been learning about insects, and we've learned that all insects have 6 legs, so make sure you have 6 of those. I'm going to show you my finished ladybug. It looks like this. So what I did is I took a brass fastener. Now, you might not have that at home, so your ladybug clock might not be able to move the hands like mine does, but that's okay. You could just glue them at whatever time you'd like. Maybe it would be at your favorite time in the book, from the book. So that would be good. Now, here's the red clock. I colored it red. Here's the head. You can color that black. If you look really close, I took a paper punch and I made some eyes. If you have a paper punch at home, you could make eyes like that, or you could cut out some scraps and make white eyes with black eyeballs, whatever you want. Then I've got my 6 legs. Now that's kind of tricky. You could color them black to look like a real ladybug. Here I have a white piece of paper like you have at home. Now at school, we would have taught you how to do something we call an accordion fold. It's kind of tricky for kindergartners. So I want you to give it a try, but moms and dads, you might have to help with this part. So what you do is you take one end and I fold it towards me, and then I fold it towards you. I fold it towards me, I fold it towards you, I fold it towards me, and back and forth like that. And then when you take it apart, can you see that? It's all crinkly like that. Now, as we know, my ladybug's kind of tattered because it's been in my folder, but it had some crinkly legs once upon a time, and it makes it look really cool. So I think, friends, that you will like making this grouchy ladybug.
Mrs. Doherty, I remember when we used to do that in kindergarten, and cutting out the hands of the clock can be a little bit tricky. And if they get too skinny, it's hard to get them to be right. So sometimes people even bubble cut a little bit around those hands of the clock to make them a little bit fatter.
That's true. That can definitely help. So it doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but close. And oh, I forgot. I put some dots in there because spots, ladybugs have spots. So to make it look real, that's what I did. All right, the next thing we're going to do for phonics is it's called bubblegum vowels. This is the paper you're looking for, though I colored mine. And as you can see, I did a really colorful job, just like a first grader in training. Now, on this paper, it has a little bit of a key. That's what this is called. And it has the letter A, and it says red. I colored it red to help me remember. E is going to be purple. All of the I words are going to be orange, O is yellow, and U is green. So I have to look at these pictures and I see an acorn. Huh, that's easy, Miss Diane. Acorn, it says the name right there. But some of them are a little bit trickier. Like this one here, looks like hair. It's a wig, W-I-G. Ooh, I hear itty-eye. So I looked at my key and I colored it orange. So that's your job, kindergarten friends, is to chop up all those words, maybe talk like a robot, listen for that middle vowel sound, and then color it the right bubblegum color.
In math today, we are going to be making a ladybug paper airplane. Now, I already cut my paper out, but your paper will look like this on a big piece of paper, and I cut it out. And then, of course, I colored it red because I wanted it to be like a ladybug. Just like Mrs. Doherty said, if you wanted to punch some holes or add some white eyes, you could, because you will have your scrap there. Now, when we're going to do this one, if you see these dotted lines, first of all, we're going to fold it in half. And that would go right down that middle dot dot line. And then there's these other dot dot lines, kind of like when you made your flutter butterfly. That is where we're going to fold that one down to go on the next dot dot line, and then fold this one down to go on the next dot dot line. And then you have a ladybug that can fly. Now, what we'd like you to do for math is we'd like you to try to fly it and see how far it will go. Now, way back in November, we did something similar to this with paper airplanes when we talked about transportation. And it was a homework assignment, and you flew your paper airplane, and then you marked how many feet it went. So we'd like you to try the same thing with your little ladybug and see how far your ladybug can go and record how many feet. You can do that on a scrap piece of paper, on a notebook page, whatever you like.
I think there's a piece of paper to go with that, Miss Diane, though I don't have it in front of me, but I think it was in the calendar, and I think we might have sent it.
Oh, like the recording sheet?
I think so.
Lovely. Well, if we did, then you can record it on there. Now, I found that when I tried to fly this, it didn't fly very good. So I had to make a few adjustments. So think about what you might want to do. I found that if I put a paper clip on the nose of my ladybug, it gave it a little bit of weight and it flew better. So see what you can do and use your scientific brain and see if you can figure out other ways to make it fly even better or further after you record it. Have fun with your ladybug.
Diane, I don't know that I would have thought of that. That was awesome. A good tip for our kindergarten friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lots of ladybug activities today. I think they'll have fun with that. And maybe, I don't think I've seen a ladybug yet outside. Have you?
Nope, I think it's still been a little bit too chilly. I haven't even seen any butterflies yet, but lots of birds.
I've seen some moths and butterflies. I really have, and lots of birds. So maybe if you go outside today, take a little peek. See if you can spot a ladybug.
That would be awesome. All right, friends, have a great Monday.
Bye-bye.